All right, this is day 2. Yesterday I did the wire. I don't know if this, what I'm doing right now, is going to be part of that video or a different video. Who knows? I just record stuff and then throw it together. But I do want to get some copper today, so let's do that. And I'll chat while I'm working. All right, it's a little loud in here right now. One of the things I got to do is take care of some of the stainless. I've got tons of this stuff. I won't show you all of it, but you get an idea of what I'm going to be dealing with here. Okay, so before I found a couple half pieces that I showed you in a different video, and I thought maybe they had been cut, but it looks like that's part of the design of this thing, that 2 half pieces go in here. That's interesting. So that's some nice brass right there. Throw that in my brass bucket. By the way, I'm going to take some of this and put it in my prepared steel. Okay, so this is what I just cut. Holy cow. I have a brand new bucket here. See, that's my stainless, and I started a second bucket. I'm just going to get a temporary bucket right now for this project, and I'm not going to show you everything, obviously, because, oh man, it'd be like watching grass grow. Stainless steel. And I think I'm missing a magnet. I wonder if it got stuck to some scrap I threw away. But anyway, yeah, I got a lot to do here, so we're gonna start grinding on it. 8 pounds minus 3 for the bucket. That's 5 pounds of stainless. That was sure a lot of work for 5 pounds of stainless. I can't remember what stainless even goes for. But probably not enough to justify doing what I just did, unless you want to. As I've said in the past, I'm not going to tell you what is quote unquote worth it. It's whether it's worth it to you. Some people may have no life whatsoever and nothing to do, and that is what it is. But since we're here, I don't know, there's a glare on that. Maybe that's easier. Let's see what's in this brass bucket. 48 minus 3, so 45 pounds of brass. So probably close to 150 bucks. This is my number 2 copper. $17 pounds. Need to get more of that. This is my number 1 copper. Okay. 29.5 pounds. That's 26. 26. Even at 25 pounds, you're looking at 100 bucks right there. Here's a bucket I haven't shown you in a while, which is my Bear Bright, which is from all the wire stripping I've done. And that is probably 18 pounds, smaller, a little smaller bucket. So 18 pounds times, I don't know, 440, 450. So I just cut these rings off that were on this. I was going to put it in my aluminum. Part of it's aluminum, but the wire that provides all the support to these things are steel, so that's just total crapola right there. So I think the time has come to terms with this thing. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so of course I was going to take this thing apart. So we've all seen what's happened to gold and silver, and it is steel. And the same thing's going to happen with copper, not to the same extent. But I am going to save my copper, because with all this AI stuff coming, copper is going to be in high demand. That last nut was brass. This one looks like steel. Nope. Stainless steel. Totally fine by me. So got one more handle here. I do like these new gloves. They're called High Flex. Got them at Menards. Tried on probably 15 different pairs. Some of them, like, they close your hands so much you hardly have any movement. For a lot of reasons, some of them weren't good. Too big, fingers too long, not long enough. So I'm not, I mean, you could try these out if you want, and if they fit you, great, but ultimately it's whatever fits you. First of all, let's just take, okay. So, absolutely nothing magnetic. So we're either going to get number 1 copper, number 2 copper, or brass off of this thing. So let's get some number 1 copper first. Right there. Make these buckets heavier now. Here's number 2. Look at all this. You looked on this side, you say, okay, most of this can be called number 1, but not really. Now it's number 1. That's number 2. Get these drips off of here. More number 1. Now, let's cut this off right here. Number 2. Along with this, let's see here. I think that's a steel ring right there. Yeah. Or is it? No. That might be aluminum actually. Probably is aluminum because it's I think this is used for water, and you can't have something rusting in there, right? Very slightly magnetic, so it's stainless. Yeah, it's throwing off a really slight spark. Put that in a stainless bucket. More number 2. Then this is all number 1. Or it's all brass. Wow. See how heavy this thing is. .9. How about this nut? Does that push it over the edge? No. This will though. 6.1. I can't remember. Oh, we got some more over here. We'll get this number 2 copper in the number 2 copper bin. And we have a little copper right here we got to get off. This is a no-lose situation though, because I'm separating copper and brass. Yes, it's hot. So what I say was 6.1. This is 0.4. We'll throw this in our brass. Oh, what a beast. And then my little nut. Okay, I don't know what the heck this thing is. It's a filter cartridge. And there's really nothing on it except for this end piece right here, which is brass. Good. I was hoping nothing grody would come out. I don't know how to get that out of there though. Okay, tiny bit. It's going in the brass. So it should be over 50 pounds of brass now. Get off me. Okay, that's a lot of good wire right there. By good wire, I mean just the weight of it. So what do we have here? 11/32. So be it. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll call this dirty aluminum. Irony aluminum, whatever you guys call it. Okay. Okay, I'm not burning the copper, I'm just burning the strings that hold the copper in. That will help me get this copper out of here. I used to use a knife. You have to take a knife and go around the top to cut all those strings. The problem is it dulled your knife pretty quickly. And this is way more effective. I mean, it just does it right away. So now what I could do is cut this, and then when I knock it out this way, it's all individual. It's not being held together to each other. Now I had one guy say, well, you don't even need to do that. This will all come apart. If you just pull one string, it'll all just come apart. Well, okay. Then when you do motors, you can do it that way. I don't think I'd ever be fortunate enough to be able to pull one string and it all just falls apart. That's just not what happens when you scrap. Okay, good. Just try to get some of the plastic off of here. I want my yard to know that I go to some lengths to make sure I'm giving them stuff as clean as possible without going overboard, but there's a way to do it, because they can't take stuff that's too dirty, or else so they're not going to get paid. They're going to get marked down, and they can't afford that. So it's either they get marked down or we get marked down. So of course they're going to impose that onto us. So I don't know. Y'all can do what you want. If your yard accepts it, then great. I'm just saying, for me, I'd rather just be as above board as possible. This thing wants to do the Humpty dance on me. Fine. A lot of banging. I went to an antique shop and they had some antique tools, and I found this thing. Don't even know what it is, but it's like pretty much perfect for this. Now, those just pulled out right there, which is awesome. And if you can find something like that or make it, you are golden. Wow, this thing's so old, it's just, they're just pulling out. Oh, I could hear copper falling. Put the copper in that. Here's another thing. If you have one of these where only one side comes out and the other, is still stuck in, you can get something like this and then fold it over and hang on. That applies enough pressure to it to be able to knock it out. Wow, this thing. Holy cow. Never had one come out like this before. It's kind of cool. It's almost like a pry bar or something. There we go. Wow. Oh, come on now. Getting some plastic in here. I don't want that either. Keep it clean. Now, it would be awesome if the second one was that easy, but I know it won't be. I don't have to take this out. This is just, it's not prepared because these are all individual pieces, so they won't take it as prepared. So it's just steel, which is fine. Oh, I did. Okay. I thought maybe I cut the wrong side. So we're gonna do a little more tapping here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it in my vise. I just this paper does come right off once you burn it though, or this string, I mean. Paper. Do some more tapping. Fucking fag. Okay. Only took a few more taps, really. I was doing that for all of 30 seconds, I would say. Going to watch a lot of channels if you haven't already, and you're going to see a bunch of people do this way differently. Everybody has a different way. And it's whatever they're comfortable with, honestly. It's great that there's more than one way to be able to do it. Because if I had to take a machete and cut these things in half, I'd never do it. I'm not going to just sit there and throw out my arm banging on a machete. I mean, because you can see how I did this. I can get this out perfectly fine without having to do all that extra crap. There. No machete, and I just had all this just come right out. But I mean, if you want, if that's how you like to do it, that's fine. Keep in mind with the machete, if you had one of these motors that was this wide, then cutting it in half makes sense, because then you're not having to pull the copper so far through here. But when you have a motor that's that thin, what you're doing is you're taking this and you're cutting that in half. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why in the world you would do that. Now, you do have a little copper powder here. I mean, if it's 20 cents, I'd be surprised. So, anyway. Okay, so let's throw this in conclusion of this video. I want to say this bin is 0.6. Okay, so that's another 4 pounds. So another, I don't know, 18 bucks right there. Just took me, I don't know, maybe a half hour to do. So what's that mean? I'm making $36 an hour. Okay, that is it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Happy New Year once again. Please leave a comment. Any comment is fine. I will enjoy the nice ones, and we'll see what I'll do with the bad ones. Anyway, yeah, and then, you know, hit the subscribe button, the like button, all that jazz. See you guys on the next one. I appreciate it. That's right down in the middle. Into the garbage. There it goes. Now I'm done. Cast aluminum. Should probably weigh that next time because that's filling up pretty good too. Okay, now see you later.